Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the webinar about how to generate recurring revenue from company secretarial services. My name is Christie Hollande, and I'm the Business Development Manager here at InfoDocs. And I have the pleasure to speak to you about this topic this morning. I'm really excited about the content we have prepared for you, and really keen to hear a little bit more about what your needs are today. So while we're waiting for a few other people to join, I'm just going to share my screen over here, and I'll ask you to head over to slido.com, and you can just enter in that hashtag password, and it's going to take you to a little interactive icebreaker. So you can head over there to slido.com. For those of you that are still joining, my name is Christie Hollande, and I'm the Business Development Manager at InfoDocs. And this morning, we're really going to be focusing on how to generate recurring revenue from your secretarial services. And as my founder, Josh, often says, what are the best types of businesses? And those are businesses with no staff and reoccurring revenue. So today we're going to be speaking into that area quite significantly. We have a number of clients that we work with very closely that have successfully launched a recurring revenue model with their secretarial services. So really, this is just a insights webinar that can equip you if you are thinking about moving over to recurring or retainer fees for your secretarial services. And really, we just want to share some of the knowledge that we've learned and really learn from you as well, some of the areas that you're still struggling in, and hopefully share that with you. So let's go ahead to slido.com. And I think just the first question that I'd love to know is, when you talk about statutory compliance to your clients, what do they think? So you can just pop your response there on slido.com. Welcome to those who are joining. We're just doing a little bit of an icebreaker to kick us off in our webinar. So head over to slido.com, insert that password, and we'd love to hear from you what your clients think when you talk to them about statutory compliance. And we'd just love to get a sense of what the attitude is around company secretarial. Some people really love company secretarial. You have somebody that's dedicated in your firm that can handle that, and you can really add value to your clients. A lot of you are quite busy. Maybe you don't really have time to even think about how to get company records in place for your clients, but I'd love to hear how you guys feel. So I see we've got only 2 people that have joined Slido. So just doing an icebreaker for those who have just joined us here on the webinar. Welcome. You can just head over to slido.com and insert the password 70277. So we're asking you, when you talk about statutory compliance, your clients think ... expensive, CISCA, the CSD, SIPC annual returns. Yep, money, of course. Expensive. What is that, they ask? Absolutely, it's not important. Definitely expensive. So I think this is kind of getting a very good sense of where we're at. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Just make it happen already. I love that response. Why are you even speaking to me about this? Isn't it interesting how secretarial services are just sort of expected to be part of the finance professional's job when it is actually quite out of the scope of your financial duties? So time consuming, they have no clue, not interested, not important. Okay, great. So I think that gives us a very good sense, and really appreciate your feedback in that. I'm going to ask you another one. Rank your pain points when considering a retainer secretarial offering. So I just want to hear sort of where you're at in this process. If you have been thinking about making secretarial services as part of a retainer, but you haven't done it, like, what are your main pain points in that regard? If you could list them and rank them over here. So low yielding, that's a really a high one over there, 4 people voting. So it's a lot of work and low return. So you're not getting much money for all of the time you put in. Manual and admin intensive seems to be taking the lead now. We've got no experienced resources, no experienced people in-house to be able to do that. So you have to stop your busy activities in the day and now focus on this admin intensive task. So yeah, I think it really is a area of services that kind of are grudgingly offered to the client, and I think they can really sense that their perception of company secretarial, expensive, I don't care, why are you speaking to me about it, and your perspective is it's low yielding, it's taking me a lot of effort, I don't have time to do this. So all around, company secretarial seems to often fall into this very uncomfortable and awkward space. And it really doesn't have to be that way. I think this morning, as I shared to those who've joined a little bit later, we really are sharing some of the insights that we've received from our client base about how to make this something that's really a value-adding aspect of your business, something that can differentiate you, something that can really uplift your clients and educate them on how to handle company records in a way that isn't begrudgingly offered. It isn't a purchase that they don't really want to make. So it can be something positive as well. All right, I'm going to go over to the next question. And this is just to get a sense of the fees that mostly you do charge for company records. I think annual returns, we all do them. It has to be done. It's sort of the minimum requirement in terms of company record keeping. So it'd be good to see sort of where you guys are at in terms of your fees. Okay, so we have quite a few charging just a nominal fee of $350. Okay, some people charging as much as $2.5. This is obviously just the service fees, obviously not including the SIPC charges. So sure, okay, quite a few people only charging $350 for annual returns. Gives us a very good sense of where you're at. Annual returns are not that time consuming for just one client, but if you start maintaining a portfolio of clients that all become due at different times of the year, then it starts becoming something that can take you up to 2 to 3 hours every month to maintain. And sometimes penalty fees are incurred because you've missed the dates or you weren't aware it became due. So it can actually turn into something that costs you a little bit more in terms of time and resource than what you're actually charging the client to maintain. So great, that gives me a very good idea. Thanks for your responses there. And cool, this is just the last question that I'd love to ask you is how confident are you about expanding your secretarial offering? So we've already had an idea of sort of what your pain points are. It doesn't seem the confidence is very high in the audience today, and that's absolutely fine. I think we really are looking to share some of our insights this morning that'll hopefully just open up a different conversation on this topic and equip you with the kind of resources to make it something that is a little bit more viable for you as a business owner or as a professional accountant. Wonderful. So it looks like we're sitting banks in the middle. So it seems like some people are hopeful about this being a potential business venture. Some of you are like on the fence, right in the middle. You think it could make you a little bit more money, but it's too much effort to figure out how to do that. It's okay. I think this morning we do want to show you sort of an alternative narrative around that. But I'm excited because it seems a few of you are very hopeful about making the transition to a retainer model. So today we are going to be putting a lot of time into how to create that reoccurring revenue. So I'm aware that most people are doing secretarial services on an ad hoc basis. So this morning, I'm going to actually speak about a change in your business model quite significantly. If I can ask from your side that you'll be open to hearing me out this morning, there's a reason, there are plenty of reasons why you've been doing it the way you have been doing it. But I think the introduction of technology does change the game quite significantly for you as a professional to perhaps look at it in a different way. All right, so I'm going to jump onto my slide deck now.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.